This is the procedure for preparing the bar back to install our Flexstick mount on a big tuna kayak. We're going to be using the bar back to reinforce the application of the mount of our system, anchor system, to the kayak. This is the bar back. It's a stainless steel bar that has bolt holes drilled in it. We take this monofilament line and feed it through the guide holes on the bar. The guide holes are adjacent to the bolt holes that are going to be receiving the mounting bolts. There's one associated with each of the bolt holes that we're going to use, and as you can see, we have two of them in at this point associated with the two outside holes. We end up with this sort of suspension. Now, to keep the bar back bar from sliding along this monofilament line, we're going to take a couple of extra loops through here. Again, just going through the guide hole. Up. There you go. Go through once. Pull it through and tighten it. Bring it around. Go through again. Up and pull it tight. Okay. Now what we have is the bar back is solidly connected to the monofilament line. The knot, the double loop we've placed in here, it keeps the bar back from sliding up and down along the line. And a very important aspect of this mounting is that the line comes from the top surface of the bar back at both sides. This is very important. Today we're going to show you how to mount our aluminum adapter plate to a kayak using the bar back system. We previously prepared this bar back with a monofilament feed line that we'll use to feed our bar back through this access area in the kayak up to the mounting holes that we have here, and we previously formed these along the side of the kayak. We have two holes, two on the top, two along the side, and we'll run our bolts through these holes. Those bolts will mate with bolt holes that are formed in our bar back. Installing the bar back is a simple process of taking a hook, which we formed at the end of this coat wire, feeding it through the hole, the first hole that we want to use to mount our bar back. We fed it from this point to a point of access here in the kayak. We take one end of the monofilament and secure it to this hook that we've just run through here. Use a small piece of electrical tape to hold that monofilament line to our hook, and then we're going to pull the monofilament line through the hole. Here we have it. We would take this off of the hook. And what we have here now is a connection, monofilament line connecting our bar back to the hole that we're going to be mounting our first bolt through. We pull it into place and temporarily hold it in place by maintaining tension on this monofilament line. And I'm going to do that with the assistance of some masking tape here, which will keep the required tension for the initial placement of the bar back. Let me take the opposite monofilament line and we attach it to our hook that we run through the second of the hole. This is the first hole, this is the second hole. We'll now be running our hook through the second hole. We feed it to our access point. Attach our monofilament line to the end of the hook. Put on some masking tape to hold it in place. Bring it back through our hole. And at this point we're ready to do the end of the final part of the installation. What you can see here, you can see, I'll let it move a little bit, that we're aligning the holes in the bar back with the holes in the kayak so that they'll be able to receive the bolts that we're going to enter through these holes. Now, to maintain tension on this line, I've now got the second piece of tape in place, and we're ready now to make the initial part of the installation. So at this point we can place our first spring, our first bolt, and then our second bolt. Now if this has been properly aligned, the bolts will be received by the bolt holes very easily. If the alignment's not correct, you may have to retention the monofilament lines. In this case, I think we've got a good alignment, and we're ready to make up. That's the initial part of the makeup.